First of all, I would like to let you know that that's my first video. I've been working 14 years in the music industry. I never did a video before.
It shows.
We know we got a lot of fucking Metallica friends out there. And
starting to rock out. The crowd is getting crazy. And they're ready to
So have a good time.
Things are getting ugly.
Me and my good buddy Andreas, we're here talking with James from Metallica.
Howdy.
Hi, Jason.
Yeah.
Hi, Stephen Rosen.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Good.
I appreciate you taking the time to do this. This shouldn't take too long.
What? Planning to make rock a career. Definitely.
It doesn't mean like touring 3 years straight. I mean, we've done that. We don't need to kill ourselves.
Don't you fuckheads like to meet Cliff Burton, the major rager, and the four-string motherfucker?
Yes.
There's a lot of shit that's taken place in the last 6 or 8 months with me, man.
It's got that angst and that urgency of some of the live stuff. It's pretty interesting to find out what people really think, you know? What they spend their time thinking about is more... You know, there's a lot of really bored people out there that I think overanalyze Metallica. We're four guys that like to make music, you know, pretty much.
And they take little things.
Oh, they get out the big glasses and what's going on there?
You guys aren't into anything that's like really heavy, are you? Are you? You guys like it heavy?
My name is Donna Davis, and I'm here with Metallica, the hot new heavy metal band from LA. And let's have them start with their name and what they do in the band. And let's start with you.
James Hetfield, rhythm guitar and vocals.
Lars Ulrich, drums and bongs.
Dave Mustaine, lead guitar. Cliff Burton, bass guitar.
Okay, how long has the band been together as Metallica?
Well, since we started.
I think it's when you try too hard, it doesn't work. And you sit down, okay, it's 8 o'clock, I'm going to sit down and write some lyrics. Okay, go. It doesn't work that way, and it's as cliche as it sounds, it just comes to you sometimes, and when you least expect it. And so blank periods are good. I mean, it's good to kind of just have nothing in your head for a few minutes. Then it clears space for this stuff to get in there, and you sit and you listen to yourself, and this stuff happens. But really, if you try too hard, it won't work.
Black Album was a tough record to make. A lot of stress, a lot of arguing, a lot of difference of opinions and stuff like that.
Well, come on, let's cut the shit and start working.
Cut to the chase and fucking play, okay?
All right, man.
Now that you've, warmed up, let's hear the fucking Guitar Player of the Year solo.
I think also just Bob, from where he was coming from, where we were coming from, it was a pretty ugly record to make.
What is your problem?
I don't
the
have
heavy
a problem.
guitars aren't loud enough.
Okay, he walked in and said dynamics. When they come in, you don't sense that the heavy guitar is coming.
Right,
That
they're
kind of
not
stuff-
loud
with the
enough.
rest of the shit.
They're not loud enough. What is the problem?
You could start by taking the...
I don't want to take the other things down because when those things were down, when I heard them, there was nothing there. It
There's
needs
nothing
to be
else
up. Those things need to be up during the shots. It goes bum, bum. It's not bum. Bum. It sounded stupid, so I turned them up because it's the only thing there. It's the only piece of music in those shots besides the drums and the bass. So they turned them up. So the next section has to come in strong. It does come in strong. The only thing that doesn't come in strong is the guitars. I'll let you guys duke it out on this one because frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of arguing.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You're not tired of arguing.
I'm sick and fucking tired of arguing.
Well?
Hey, does it sound good out there? I think you all brought your Metallica energy with you, didn't you? Are you fucking sure? All right, man, we're gonna test your level of intensity here. Because we need to know how much energy we got to spend too, man. So, the man behind me, his name's Lars, by the way. He's gonna make you some big fucking noise out there, and I know you got something for him. So give him some big noise right back. All right.
For bordering on 3 years. We took a year off to clear our heads, and we spent pretty much a year getting this record together. So there's your 5 years. Obviously, that time was not one of inactivity. It was one of probably the hardest work that we've ever done. The tour was the longest tour we've been on, probably the longest tour anybody's been stupid enough to go on. And it was, but you know what? We had a record that could carry that kind of tour, and it was the right thing to do, and it was the right time to do it. We got a chance to play to a lot of places that we might never go back to. A lot of countries opened up to us, and we came back to places like the UK and Europe and stuff like that 3 times on the run. So it was a great thing. After that, we really were in need of some serious time off for the first time in our career. We really needed to get away from Metallica for a while.
The last 12 years you've been touring, studio touring,
yeah,
and I won't go on. Especially the Black Album tour, that was a big one, right?
It's a monster, yeah.
Yeah, how this affect your life, like as personal lives, if you have any?
I didn't have one, that was the problem.
As bands get bigger and shit gets bigger, just like as probably with any business, but mostly with an artist, you let other people start making decisions for you.
Right.
There's all kind of people hired around you, paid good money to make you comfortable and keep things hidden from you so that you're all on the even keel and shit. You can create your art.
Right.
That's real easy to get used to. You're a human being. I mean, after people are pampering you and wiping your ass and everything else, after a while, it's, you know, you're like, hey, this is not bad. And all of a sudden you have to get your own coffee and shit. You're going, hey, man, I'm somebody special. I should, you know, get taken care of. Whatever, that just spoiled, pampered bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized it. You know, actually, I was lucky enough to realize it about 1992, 93. When the Black Album hit, we all went into about a 6-month spin of like, holy fuck, where's all this money coming from? And then, you know, and then after that, I mean, fortunately, I think that I got a hold of it myself pretty quickly. It took others longer to come out of it.
A solid fucking year. I was touring in America, and not a lot of people do that, believe me. I mean, we hit cities that nobody's like ever heard of. But they had a fucking ice hockey arena there, so we showed up, and so did 10,000 other people. It was great.
Come on, girls.
Metallica has made a career of cutting across the grain, but their nonconformist ways don't always work. Case in point was Friday night's unfocused, rambling concert at Knickerbocker Arena. Blah, blah, blah.
Kind of like Led Zeppelin song, but it's the same.
God, huh? Look at this thing.
Here we go.
I guess these things just went down in value, If we can win one, I guess anybody can, huh?
Yes, and the best metal performance is Roy Rogers.
All right, Roy.
Metallica.
Ho, ho, ho! Couldn't they give us a few more minutes after that? Anyway, let's get on with it. Thank you. You want a job? Let's see. I think the first thing we got to do is, obviously, like you guys were expecting this, we got to thank Jethro Tull for not putting out an album this year, right?
Metallica.
5 years in terms of calendar years, but basically just tons of work, and And I think it's gone really quick, actually. So there you go.
It seems like just a flash. I mean, I can remember doing the same sort of thing back in 1991. I mean, it's gone by really, really quickly. The whole 5 years, because I mean, it was not like we were just like sitting around, you know, by the pool. I mean, we worked for like, you know, for those 5 years.
I think actually between the Black Album and Load, we kind of got a little bit of an anchor at home, you know.
Okay.
We got a place to live, you know. Found a girlfriend, you know.
Things
now,
that usual people do sometimes. Huh?
Normal things.
Normal.
Yeah. That we really don't know how to do. But Lars and I have since gotten married, not to each other, but we've been married for 14 years. I mean, that's old news. But you know, we found the right woman, you know, and each of us got married.
Here. You got the ring.
I got the ring. I actually just put it on for the interview.
For the wife to see.
Yeah.
We went in April, the end of April of '95, in Sausalito, California, the record plant, which is pretty really close to Lars' place, close to James. You know, within an hour of all of us, basically. That's the first time we've ever recorded at home. We've got to stay in our own beds at night and that kind of thing. Up till now, you know, Denmark or Los Angeles, wherever it happened.
The idea was to do a double CD with all these songs. And we recorded all the drum tracks, and it ended up taking a really long time, and we just knew we wouldn't meet any time schedules. You know, we'd be in the studio for a couple of years. That's not what we want to do.
We worked one notch lesser in terms of the stress level. This was the first record we've ever made at home in San Francisco, and we kind of told ourselves that we would rather the record take, you know, 2-3 months longer and we don't kill ourselves or each other doing it. So this has definitely been the least difficult record for us. I mean, it was difficult and so on, but it was the least difficult and the least stressed out record we've made.
We went in with that idea of doing those 29 songs, right? That this task, can we do this double CD? Get 6 months in, do those drum tracks.
Kirk told me that you recorded drum tracks back in '95, and that is part of the drum.
I remember drum tracks. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at each other, have kind of a team meeting, and go, this is not, you know, going to work, because we have to have that light up there to see, to go on tour and do all that thing. We want to get out in the summer, not miss the generation of listeners, let people know Metallica's alive and well and kicking. You know, we want to get it going again, get it flowing. So that happened. Decided those 14 songs, came back around, and we moved everything to New York on March 1st, the whole operation, to finish up with vocals and some guitar stuff, and then the mastering.
The material that we had, it basically kind of wrote itself. So a lot of the riffs, we weren't so concerned about, okay, here's a great riff and now we're going to put a bunch of other riffs around it and construct the song certain ways. We just got some just straight ahead great riffs and built on just the one riff and kind of let other things happen around it. Lars and I would take Kirk or whoever's riff, start jamming on it, and then other things would flow out of it. Instead of trying to put all these pieces of a puzzle together, the song kind of helped write itself. And in turn, they got their own feel. There's definitely some greasier stuff on there. Sure. Some more hard-edged picking. There's just different, more jamming feels to it all, I think.
When we sit down and make a Metallica record, there isn't a lot of criteria because we're so instinctive.
So is Reload a continuation of Load, musically, spiritually?
Brilliant. Yes. Yes, it is.
Me and James wrote about 30 songs, and we went in the studio and recorded 30 songs. So we actually didn't record one album while we were away. We actually basically recorded 2 albums.
Why have you decided to have this connection with these 2 albums? Usually you were doing so much different stuff from album to album, from Ride to...
Well, we wrote all these songs at one time. We wrote 30 songs, and we just didn't finish them all in time for Load to come out. So these are the rest of the songs. They're not the crappier ones. They're not the ones that were. They're the ones that didn't get finished. So we want these songs to come out, and the only time we feel that they have some relevance should be now.
Today,
you know. Three years from now, the songs, you know, might not fit us anymore.
But the music is different than Load. It's heavier. We heard like 6 songs today. The music is more, I would say, heavier, more moody.
Okay.
The Load had more straightforward manner.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, Load was a lot more down the middle. It's a wider variety this time as well. Big fat Black Sabbath type songs. Stripped down kind of folksy song. I think it's a pretty exciting record. I think it's really fun to work on the songs right now.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double to the side, yeah! On a bird! The title goes something like, Seek and getting the wax out of there now. Seek and... Yeah, you got it. Seek and
There certainly was a spirit back then that was a lot of fun, totally blinders on. We're just having a great time. We're just so committed to our music, and nothing's going to stop us taking to as many people as possible. I think the spirit of that has been maintained as much as it can be maintained when the numbers get to where they are.
How would the old Metallica stuff sound if you had the opportunity to record it today, you believe? That's a very
That's a question.
big question, but
You'll never know. And we will never know.
We saw the new wave of British metal that was coming out. We knew it was going to hit, like, you know, a couple of years before. We knew it was going to hit the States fairly soon, so, you know, we liked doing it, and, you know, we were doing it down in L.A., and a lot of people didn't know what, you know, what the hell was going on.
Cliff Burton, the major rager, and the four-string motherfucker.
We're sort of like one step, we're like furthest out in like left field pretty much from the middle of any of the sort of bigger heavy metal bands today. You know, sort of as unsafe as you can get. And we get away with it.
The big difference is that we probably have more space to ourselves as far as like traveling is concerned. I mean, we still have pretty much the same sort of attitude. I mean, it's us and the fans. It's just that we travel a little differently, and you know, we have a little nicer hotel room.
The huge big winner.
Room service had a sandwich and a grapefruit, $38.
Hey,
I had caviar omelet.
Sandwich and a grapefruit from across the road.
I didn't get anything, and it cost me $40.
Thank you, sir.
But I mean, you know, there certainly is a tendency to romanticize those days when we were first starting out, and we were just like full-on, just hungry musicians who were just bent on shoving our music down everyone's throats.
Do you all know Cliff Burton over here? Everyone, hi Cliff, how you doing?
Not trying to be something big and fancy, you know, it's just us doing what we do. Let's keep it that way.
right after the accident happened, we individually decided that, you know, the best way to get rid of all our frustrations, because we were very traumatized, and we had, you know, we felt a lot of, you know, emotional, you know, distraught over the situation. We thought that the best way to get rid of our frustrations would be to hit the road, you know, and get all the anxiety and frustrations out on stage, you know, where they should go, you know. They should go toward a, you know, a positive thing like that. The worst thing we could do is just like sit in our room and sulk over the matter and, you know, wallow in
You
our
just think
pity.
lower alone. You just don't want to go and do it again. If you get to a stage where it feels so bad that you're not even sure you want to do it again.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the more you think about it, the deeper you sink. So we each thought individually we have to keep on going. We have to work, because it wouldn't be fair to Cliff to just stop.
Yeah.
Also, if like Cliff were alive for some some reason or another, and like, you know, he couldn't play bass, he wouldn't tell us to stop. He would want us to go on. I don't know, you know, that's the way he would have felt. He would have wanted us to go on. Yeah. So we had a band meeting, and like that was the overwhelming, you know, decision to go on. So we decided after the last rites that you know, we should just sit down and start auditioning bass players.
First thing we realized was that we were never ever going to find anyone like Cliff, so it was not like we were sort of looking for Cliff Burton II or whatever, and we just needed, you know, a bass player that would fit in. Jason has, you know, strong individual personality and so forth, and, you know, we'll see what happens when we start writing. We don't write on the road, so it's a little early to tell.
I mean, we had like, names thrown about, and we asked like people in the industry, like, you know, record company people, friends, you know, who had connections and stuff. And a name that kept on popping up was Jason Newsted, this guy right here. Yeah. And so it came time to audition him. So we took the time out to, like, you know, take our time with him, because a lot of the people, you just walk into the room, you can tell, no way, this guy is gonna be in Metallica, you know. Yeah. Guy come in, he's like stoned off his ass, you know, was walking into like mic stands and stuff. I mean, we had a lot of those, okay? There's a lot of people there. Like, if they start the song, and you can just tell that their bass style wasn't the type of style.
You gotta be able to fit in, cause
fit in with us personally.
And the way that
living with this person.
Yeah, exactly. And the way the Metallica is, I mean, you know, it's just like a big family, man. You gotta be able to be one of the bros. You gotta be able to be one part of the family. That's
not only that, we're looking for a long-term thing. You know, yeah. We didn't want just a hired hand.
Metallica, man, come on. In this corner, playing bass guitar for heavy metal group Metallica, Jason Newsted! Jason's got something to play for you, man. Play him something real good like that. Hey, y'all out there, put all your ears over on Jason. He's got something for you, man. Do it again. I know what the fuck's going on, man. I gotta tell you now. We need your help here, man. Hey, 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 hey! It should be louder. Hey, hey! For whom the bell tolls. Hey, 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 hey! Don't stop now, man! Make us proud,
I think we made other people aware that heavier music was out there, and it was actually music, and that there were people that liked it. Mm-hmm. Whatever's popular doesn't mean it's good, basically. We opened the door, I think, once our underground following was so huge, you know, they wanted to see, they're calling MTV, where's the Metallica video? Who? You know, and radio. They had to pay attention to us.
Yeah.
And it opened all these doors for grunge stuff, you know. It was more accepted on, you know, now you can't watch TV without seeing a commercial with some, you know, aggressive music in it.
True.
You know, 10 years ago, I would have flipped out to hear, you know, even if it was just Aerosmith or some kind of rock on the, anything on the TV. But now it's so acceptable, and that's if we've helped open the door, that's fine.
What seems to be happening now a lot in heavy, whatever you want to call it, is that people are so worried about things like guitar players are very worried about, you know, speed and things like that. Drummers are very, you know, play as fast as they can and being as flashy as possible. And I think what is going on is that I think most people sort of care more about those kind of things than an actual feel for the music, which I think is very dangerous. And I think that the current heavy metal scene is really moving away from when I think that it peaked in, you know, 81, 82. I think that bands have no sort of individualities anymore. They have no personalities. They're all just sort of, everyone's just copying what everyone else is doing. Everyone is playing it very, very safe. No one is sort of just taking chances and sort of trying to do things a bit different. But like, I'm really worried about that. People are really losing like a feel for the music, which is something I think through the 60s and the 70s and up to a few years ago, people, you know, the whole thing was very much centered around people's feel for, you know, different instruments and feels for songwriting and so forth.
What do you think is important for an album to come out and become a classic?
Wow. We're still working on that, you know? It's never the best. Never. You can always do it better, and you're never satisfied, which is not a bad thing. You know, you always want to find that perfect thing, you know? And that's what kind of drives you. I think the drive and the will to try new things, to experiment and to push each other.
Are you still, you, Kirk, and Lars doing most of the music writing?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Is that the case that Jason does write, or he's a lazy bum, or?
He's definitely not lazy. He takes too many vitamins, actually, I think. Yeah, he's got a strange color. Too much ginseng. But he's, some of the material, well, the material was written 2 years ago, so there's not going to all of a sudden be some Jason songs on this, because it was written, you know, 2 years ago.
Well, the thing was, I always felt Metallica that they never let my ideas really get past their earlobes. They just didn't, not only didn't they let it get into their thought patterns, I mean, they just didn't even hear the words. So it's just, that's kind of the way that it was for a long time, and so I mean, after a while, what the fuck, man? You can't, you know, that's no good for anybody. That's not healthy for anybody.
No, absolutely.
I mean, a person that was like a yes man or a go along kind of person, or a, you know, that kind of meeky person would have, oh, I got to stay with you. It's where my money's coming from. Oh my God, you know, or whatever. But that's not really the way it is, man.
You know, when we write songs, we close our eyes. You know, we don't see whose name is on the tape. You know,
Yeah.
when it's good, it's good. You know,
It works, yeah.
That's how Metallica works.
Easily the most difficult decision I've ever had to make in my life.
I'm sure it was, and
So, you know, but it had to be. Being together 15 years in closed spaces and more or less being married to each other, should be able to understand and give each other the space that you need in order to, you know, see what makes people tick. I mean, it was not hard to see, after being around me for more than about 10 minutes, to see what makes me tick. I mean, there has to be music taking place, and if there's not, then I am basically depressed. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. That's how it's always been since I started playing music, and I wasn't about to change it for anybody for any dollars or any bullshit. There is so many things underlying, you know, personal things and stuff like that, but also just fundamental things that, see, Metallica is now in its 21st year.
Wow.
And the legend that's been created, that I helped create, could not be affected in any way. I just don't see it. And that was my argument, is that I could not see how that something like as beautiful as Echo Brain and something as different as Echo Brain could give Metallica any kind of competition. It doesn't sound anything like it. If it was a watered-down thing, or I had some heavy band going, or death metal thing, then I would understand if somebody's going, oh, that might threaten the integrity of our heaviness or whatever. But since Echo Brain is so different, I could not see how it could ever affect the people that came to sit in the seats at the live shows, or the people that went to buy the retail albums, or the people that bought the T-shirts, or the fans that have been around for years and continued to grow, snowballing forever and ever, generation after generation, coming to listen to Metallica. I could not see how this beautiful music could ever affect that.
It's, you know, like a porch jam project that went to, you know,
Next
other
level.
places. Absolutely.
What's your review? Quick review.
He's saying, forget about
It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see Jason doing something good. I feel really good about it. You know, I'd be pissed off if I didn't like it, but I liked it a lot, and I feel really good about it. You know, because I want him to get. He's my bro.
Going away, you know, like going back to grassroots type of stuff. Very good for cleansing. There's a lot of shit that's taken place in the last 6 or 8 months with me, man. And now it's like some depression for a while, you know, and then, I mean, it would have to be, think about what's taking place, you know. I didn't want to step away from the thing. It wasn't like 100%, oh yeah, let's go, you know, like get out of here. It weren't like that. It's just something I had to make a decision as a man, you know, like what my line is. If somebody crosses that line, then I got to say stop, you know what I mean? That's what it came to.
Yeah.
So Echo Brain's just another one of the projects that I have as an ongoing thing.
Just growing up together. I mean, that it is family, no doubt. And some of us have strong family lives, some don't. So this is really family for quite a few of us. And to not respect your family is wrong. And we all really keep each other in line. We all keep tabs on each other, you know, with the Metallica sarcasm. We have it really, it's funny, but it cuts and it works.
How complete control over the Metallica industry Metallica has?
Quite a bit, quite a bit.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart.
It's not necessarily more fun now than it was. It's just, we've always maximized what you said, that, you know, every situation we've been in, whatever level it's been at, we've always tried to get the most out of it.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. I stopped drinking
You really? You were on the wagon?
I'm on the wagon, and my nerves are shot, but other than that, you know, I'm holding it together somewhat.
So we're proud of what we've done and what we do.
Okay, the last one is, how longer do you feel you can go? I mean, can you picture yourself
with this interview? One more question. I think
do you feel like you could be like the Rolling Stones with like 50?
Hey, yeah. Enter Sandman. I'm not a prophet. I'm horrible at planning things.
Okay.
I can't, that's why I got a wife, I think. But I'm not a prophet. When it doesn't feel right anymore, we're done.
Yeah. Personally. Thank you very much.
Great.
I don't know, man. We got time to play more? Fuck it, man. You don't want more, do you? So fucking what? I've been to Hastings and I've been to Brighton. I've been to Woodstock too. So what? So what? Well, I've been here, I've been there, I've been every fucking where. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little cunt. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Who cares? Who cares about you? No. Well, I suck sweet, I suck rock, I've even sucked an old man's cock. So what? So what? Well, I fucked the sheep, I fucked the goat, I ran my cock right down its throat. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little cunt. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Who cares? Who cares about you? No. I've been the boxing that ain't nice. So what? So what? Well, I fucked this, I fucked that, I've even fucked the schoolgirl's twat. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little fuck. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Yeah, who cares? Who cares about you? No. Thank you very much. Metallica says good night, man. Fuck yeah!